Hi, I'm Cheryl Kinney. I'm coming to you today to talk to you a little bit about my background and what attracted me to this business. First off, I want to go back in time. 20 plus years ago, I was introduced to the field of recruiting and fell in love with it, and have been in the business ever since. What I like about recruiting is that I get to meet a lot of interesting people. I get to be mentored by very talented people that have done this job before I did. And at my stage, I'm actually an executive recruiter and work with very high-level executives. I've been doing this for the past 20 plus years. I've worked for agency and corporate alike, and have found that, oh, let me talk about a little bit about the virtual part of it. In the past 7 years or so, most of my work has been virtual. And what I've found, that working virtually, I have better tools and technologies than what most of my employers or contract employers have been able to offer me when I'm in their environment. I want to share with you a little bit about the compensation. When I entered recruiting, I immediately saw the value in being a recruiter and being in the staffing industry. While it's a base plus commission, that commission is up to you. You determine what you want to earn. You determine that before you ever start your work year, your work day, your work week. You decide, I want to be a six-figure earner. Then you sit down with your mentor, your trainer, your manager, whoever that might be, and you map out how you're going to get there. You do have to be able to set goals and be able to work your plan each day and know what you're trying to accomplish within each hour, each day, each week to achieve those goals. Some of the things that being a recruiter has afforded me, and this is kind of sad, but it's true. I became a single parent. My kids were very, very young. My daughter was 5 or close to 5. My son was not even 6 months. And my husband left us and didn't stay around for financial support nor emotional support. So you deal with what you get. It is what it is. You play the cards you've gotten. So thank God I was able to find a career that afforded me the opportunity to provide my kids anything and everything within reason that they needed and wanted. They never had to want for anything. They had the nicest Christmas presents. I mean, how many kids, 10-year-olds get a four-wheeler for their birthday? Not many that I know of. But I wanted to spoil them. They were good kids, and they knew that sometimes Mommy had to work at night because Mommy was a recruiter. So they knew they had to be quiet while Mommy was working. I always let my kids know that there's work-life balance. So at the end of the workday, regardless of who you work for, whether it be our company or any, put those job orders, put those candidates aside, and tend to your family. They're the most important thing you've got. Now, moving forward, I'd like to say that I, again, have raised two the oldest is 20, she's in her 3rd year of college at University of Houston. The youngest is 16, and being that I'm a single mom, it's kind of tough for a woman to raise a boy into a man. So my decision was to put him in military school, and he's really thrilled with that. He can't wait. As a matter of fact, he's already calling himself Cadet Domain. So anyway, he's really cute. But the fact that I was able to do that was only because I made a wise choice at a young age and surrounded myself by people that I knew could teach me how to make a ton of money. And if you're smart, you'll want to do the same thing. Let me tell you what happened back in 2001. If you think today is bad in terms of the economy's challenging, there's struggles out there, people losing jobs, we're shipping things overseas, yeah, all that's happening. And back in 2001, we had a similar situation, but not quite as extreme. Back in 2001, when things started to get bad, I started to think, what can I do differently? I've got to do something to bring in more income. Recruiting's not bringing enough anymore, at least not at that time. So I went off and started a Mary Kay business. And Mary Kay is the world's leading cosmetics company. Actually, for the past 14 years, they're #1. So I knew I was associating myself with a top-class company that had products people wanted. You always research. If you're going to start anything, do a little bit of research. Know what you're getting into. I researched the company online. I talked with other consultants. I then saw this is where I want to be. So I got into the company. Okay, didn't really know what I was going to do because I didn't know about skincare. I didn't know about makeovers or doing makeup things, and I'm just not a girly girl. But anyway, I'm a business person and I can learn. So I looked around at the people that were in Mary Kay that were wearing the right clothes. In Mary Kay, we're identified by our clothing. A certain outfit means you're a certain level. Another outfit means you're another level. Well, you know me, maybe. I went straight to that top level, and I was sitting around them like a bee swarming. Anyway, everywhere they were, I was their shadow. And if they said something, I wrote it down, or if they said something I thought was really neat, I memorized it. And I started to build my business emulating those around me. Had those people not been in my space actually, and I would go to the meetings. We had meetings once a week. And if you were serious about accomplishing a lot, not just money, because Mary Kay is all about lots of things. It's rewards, it's helping women get out of the, let me go back a bit. Years ago, the thing was, we wanted women in the home. Now we want women out in the workplace, so women out in the workplace, and the kids are all being raised by daycares. Mary Kay's goal was to bring women back home with executive incomes. So instead of kids being raised in daycare, they actually enjoy mommy care. And that was a goal I had. I didn't want to exit recruiting, but I did want to teach my kids, because at that time, they were in their early teens. I think the oldest one was a teenager, and the youngest one was close to or right at, no, I think he's about 11. I wanted to show them that as a single mom, I'm going to one day leave this planet. I sat down with them and I said, one day I'm not going to be here. And we're all we've had. So I want you to know, if you want something badly enough and you're willing to work for it, put your head down, set your goals, do the job, and you can achieve anything. 4 months later, you all know that the Mary Kay company has free cars. And we drive for free, the insurance is paid, and we can add one teenage driver, which is a big plus. When my daughter learned that piece of my goal, and she was a preteen, getting ready to get her driver's license, she was no longer concerned about not having mommy available for the next 4 months. She was like, go mama go, go mama go. She wanted to be able to drive and not have to earn her own money to pay for insurance. But I told her, when you start driving, skin in the game, baby. You're not going to get out there recklessly and cause my insurance to go up and my car to be injured. You're going to pay the insurance. So that's when I got my cheerleader going. So I sat down, got busy, and in 4 months, I won that car. And I didn't need a car. I needed to teach my children a life lesson, that if you want something badly enough, you're willing to put yourself out on the line, go for it, you can have anything you want. Whether it be that free car, Mary Kay's all about diamond rings, that's not so important to me. If I thought that would get my kids' attention, I would have gone for the diamond rings. Well, I knew that wouldn't. A free car, 4 wheels in the driveway, that did. So we won the free car. All right, so then I'm back in full-time recruiting again. I'm still having my Mary Kay business, and I'm still paid today in 2009 for work I did 5, 6, 7 years ago. Every month I receive a check. It's called residual income, which is a term you'll definitely want to get intimately familiar with, because it's a fun thing. It's great to get paid on work you did years ago when you only have to do it one time. So if you're interested in having an income that's serious, being able to have vacations whenever you want to go on vacation, schedule a 10-month work year versus 12, buy your husband a yacht, pay for your kids' college without going into debt, you need to get into a career that's something sales related. I would strongly suggest recruiting, because it is very rewarding. So I would like to see you take the challenge, take this business seriously, and grab onto somebody nearby and say, teach me this business. If you know it already, jump in and learn some more. So let's make it happen.